All right, man, let's bounce around the sports world. Boy, it got so bad in New Orleans. It got bad in New Orleans. They didn't. The Super Bowls in New Orleans this year. They didn't give Lil Wayne cash money. They didn't give them the Super Bowl. That's going to Kendrick. That was bad. And the Saints started out the year pretty good. Whooped up on the Panthers. Beat the living breaks out of us off the Cowboys. And hadn't won a game since. I don't know. What does that say about the Cowboys? That you got beat down by a team that's worse than you. You got dog walked by them. And as of yesterday, they lost to probably the worst team in the National Football League. The Saints lost to the Carolina Panthers, and I remember Jerry saying this a long time ago when he fired Wade Phillips, not Wade Wilson. God rest his soul, Wade Wilson. When he fired Wade Phillips, he stood in front of us and he said, when things like this happen, somebody has to pay for it. And for us, he said, that person is Wade Phillips. For the Saints, that person, head coach Dennis Allen. He was fired today. Interesting fact about Dennis Allen. Dennis Allen is the only NFL coach in modern football history that has been fired twice from two different teams and had the same starting quarterback. If I'm Dennis Allen, I want Derek Carr the hell away from me. He got me fired in Vegas, or Oakland, whatever it was when he was there. And now he's got me fired in New Orleans. And speaking of Derek Carr, boy, does Michael Thomas hate him. Michael Thomas has been on, I don't know what spurred this. Michael Thomas, if you don't know, former New Orleans Saints wide receiver. He was an all-pro at one point in time, was one of the best receivers in the league. And he hates Derek Carr. He's riding around the city of New Orleans and he's getting videos from people. And then one of the guys say that he doesn't hate Derek, he hates Derek Carr, and he's laughing about that. He's sending off tweet after tweet after tweet about Derek Carr and how much he dislikes him and how bad of a quarterback he is. And in that game, Chris Olave was trying to attempt to catch a pass that some may call it what we call a hospital ball. Derek Carr threw a pass and it got Chris Olave knocked out, who suffered another concussion. Now, this is becoming an issue for Chris Olave. He suffered a couple of concussions in his time with the New Orleans Saints on the receiving end of passes from Derek Carr. But boy, you talk about spicy. They hate each other. Well, I should say that. Derek Carr had a really, really mature response about it and was just like, hey, I don't know why the guy doesn't like me. I tried to call and reach out to him sometimes, and he's not answering my call, returning my phone call. But Michael Thomas hates Derek Carr. Hates him. So we'll monitor that and see how that goes.